Alright, welcome everybody to another video. This is Mike. I'm going to be recapping our NDL open season match against Xenobiotics. And as I said before, we matched them just before the NDL in Potluck. So it was kind of a double dose of them. And we lost the first one, and we came back, and we beat them in the second one. It was 2-1 on 10v... Yeah, it was 2-1 on 10v10. And, each of us left a couple 9s, so I think they left 2 9s and we left 1 9. So I think that was the 2-star advantage, and then the 11s were all doubled. So the first raid we have Jay coming in on his Town Hall 11, and this was I think an 82%. It was an 82% 11v11, and I'm showing it because, yes, it was not an 11v11, but I think there's a couple things he could have done that would have been easy changes. And the reason he didn't get it here is because we really needed a safe 2. So I think he played it safe. And the one change I would have made is actually coming up right about now. He jumps in. Now, if you wall break into this compartment, that wizard tower where he jumped, I think you get an extra spell in the core, so that's either a heal or a freeze, and or rage. A rage might even be better in the core here, but so as you can see, it's a queen walk bitch. I think he used 4 healers, maybe 5, and then he sends about 3 witches on the outside, 3 bowlers, 3 or 4 bowlers, and then a couple extra walks. But this attack is easily my favorite right now. I'm using it to farm on my 11 to try to push up a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys this cool raid. You do queen walk to funnel into a big gobo, and if you see these ring style bases and you want to try something crazy, I highly recommend this. You see the queens in the core with the healers, and she's doing a crazy amount of work. And if she got the eagle, instead of she goes right, what if she goes left? Eagle goes down earlier, and these troops survive longer. And I think the most important part of the strategy is the healers. Sometimes you can't predict their AI, and they'll heal bowlers, they'll heal the golem up, they'll heal the king up. So it's a really cool attack. And again, he finishes. There's a good amount of defenses left, but I think if he wall breaks in, it's an 11v11 triple, and yeah, I thought that was really cool. Okay, so yeah, let's kind of finish this up here. I think the next 2 raids are going to be these 10v10s. I think the first one was by Deist, and as crazy as this sounds, this was a fresh hit. So yeah, it's a fresh hit because I'm not sure he would have brought the queen inside knowing it was a Lava Hound CC. So that's a big gobo to a back end Laloon here. But that's a really nice funnel with the queen. Kind of this golem queen walk to set up. Great pathing. Everything's coming inside. There's kind of that troll giant bomb on the outside, because I think these guys defended witches really well. They used a lot of witch attacks themselves, and a lot of their bases were really good against witches. But yeah, just really easy funnel. Poisons Houndloon, nothing crazy here, but it does get crazy because the queen does survive this, and she becomes big in the end of this raid. So he thought this was kind of all I'm getting out of that, so he starts the Laloon, and he actually Laloons to save the queen. I'm not sure he even knew that in the raid, but really nice pathing to these ITs, and it's just a rotational Laloon from 9 to 12 to 3, and a lot of haste. Everything's going in quick. 1 hound still up. He came in at the heaviest section of air targeting defenses, so you can see there's really not much taking down these balloons. His entry really did get a lot. And the queen, I told you guys, watch out for that queen. MVP takes out the Inferno Tower, and really there's not much left except these troll Teslas. So not sure why. Teslas in the core around the ITs might have ended this raid, but I mean, yeah, he smashed this. Cleanup's taking a long time, but yeah, it was totally wrecked. And then of course OG coming in with a cleanup. he did not plan this himself. Shout out to Squeak, our leader, but Squeak came up with this ridiculous Sui hero plan. And this Sui hero is so crazy. Well, first off, it takes so long, so there was the worry of the time fail, but the Sui is so insane. You get an air defense, an Inferno Tower. Well, and she got the Queen. OG does not. That's why he has the Skeleton spell as backup, but King makes that funneling, and I think he used King, 1 Wizard, and like 5 Wall Breakers, and this is the value you get here is insane. Oh yeah, picks up a Wizard Tower. Just, yeah, a lot going on here. So yeah, so Queen comes in, gets the IT, and I think he actually would have gotten the Queen right here, but he does pop the ability a little bit early. So if you hold it for like 2 more seconds, as you can see, she locks on 1 shot and then she jumps away. So if he held the Queen for a touch longer, Queen goes down and you have the Skeleton for cleanup or distraction. But yeah, so here's the big Laloon. OG is, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, this man with Laloon is insane. Comes in super heavy, gets the Skelly and the Queen, and then, look, everything merges up in the middle, like these great Laloons. He's still got 3 hounds up, which is crazy. And then Loons come into that last air defense, coming in with the haste real strong. The sweeper isn't really big of a factor, and then the final haste spell for these last defenses might not have been needed. Might have been needed. Glad he didn't swag it. I think a lot of people in the chat were like, swag. No, don't swag. We needed this. So yeah, super good job, super clean. We were incredibly worried about the time fail. I think this raid was this replay started at 2:54, so he had about 6 seconds left, which isn't that much, and triggering that last black mine with the hound was really, really clutch. So always a cool raid watching OG. And okay, now the moment we've all been waiting for. Cac on his little Town Hall 9 Sunnyo. He was saying, you gotta put me on the channel, man. You gotta show a replay. And in his defense, he's had a lot of really cool replays, and so he told me to show this one. So I wasn't exactly sure why. Looks like a pretty good Queen host, so I watched it, and then it's a really nice hit. So stay tuned, you guys are gonna see why. But really nice Queen walk. I mean, it's just a great scout. No wall breakers needed. He can get both heroes, and there's no air defenses to slow him down. You get really nice pathing, and you do clean up a lot of trash. So great eye for that. I really did like that. And this Queen Ho has been pretty popular in SI right now. We're using it a lot, and a lot of people are using it. So yeah, so this Queen Ho gets for Tesla Farm. I think it gets CC, and it gets the Queen, and it gets, I think 3-4 cannons. So really, this is incredible Queen walk here. And then I think once he gets this down, I'm gonna go 2x here to get kind of through some of this, because it is just a Queen walk. But yep, here comes the Hogs. He's gonna do, I think, 3 major packs on the Tesla, on the cannon, and then maybe that air defense at 12. Oh no, I'm sorry, the Expo. And again, I think with Hogs, it's really good to have heavy early, especially if the internal pathing is really nice. I'm not sure if this was a cleanup, so perfect heal placement if it wasn't, and just really, really smooth throughout. Exterior bomb tower, again, not so sure, but he accounts for it. Perfectly timed. The Hogs stay in the core. They don't go out. They don't come back in. It's, again, a really nice plan, really nicely executed. And, I mean, 1 million Hogs left. And, of course, swag heal, swag ability. Just, man, he had it all in this raid. Really nice Cac. Really, really, really nice. All right, it's Max coming in with the crazy stoned Gobo Laloon. We were talking on Discord about this plan, and he told me, he was like, all right, here's my plan. I'm going to do a stoned entry, and I'm going to funnel with Golems and Wizards at 6, Golem Wizards at 9, and I'm going to jump on the Expo, and then jump on the Wizard Tower CC And I was like, all right, I don't need to hear anything. This is going to triple because this kill squad, if funneled correctly, of course, that's the big if, and he brought enough funneling troops. Whatever he did, this would have tripled. He could have brought hogs, and I told him to bring hogs, but he decided Laloon was going to be a little bit better. So he goes with the Laloon, and yeah, the result is going to be crazy. Real close on this King ability, double cannon lights up, and that thing delivers damage, but he does get the King ability in time. Really nice poison for the CC, so the Queen can get in and do some, shooting away. But look at this kill squad. The bowlers are in the core. Just these bounces are insane. And here's a Laloon, which again, I really think it was mostly swag. I think if he didn't display anything, I think the kill squad gets it. So in my mind right here, he swagged like 60, 70, 80 cost base. Like, this is an incredible raid. Again, it was a double jump entry that I said, hey, if you funnel this right, this is going to be a knock out of the park raid, and it was exactly that. I think he still got 4 bowlers left, so he probably lost one to a spring or something. But yeah, huge raid. Nice job, Max. It was cool hanging in Discord. We got to do that again. And again, I know I showed Cax Queen Ho, but Babby, I had to give this man a shout out. A fresh 6-pack. And I really liked this raid. I think again, this Queen Ho, it's really nice when you get these external heroes. But there's something I like even more. Well, one, great healer placement, unreal. To avoid the air defense, you don't need to worry about it. Queen's definitely gonna go down towards down towards 9. So super good scout, super good, ability to recognize that. He's got 1 rage, 3 heal, pretty standard. Cac had 2 rage, 2 heal. It just all depends on what you want your queen to get. The queen really isn't going to get too much after the heroes and all this trash. So Cac's walk was a little more valuable, so he was able to spend a little bit more. Babby up here is just kind of creating trash, getting CC, getting queen. She's not going in to get expos or anything like that. But here's the cool part about this raid. If you look down, I don't know when he does it exactly, but a good old-fashioned king swap might throw you back to Town Hall 8 if we can remember back to that far. But you get a king on the outside, a super easy king swap, and then boom, 3 packs of hogs. They're all going to meet in the middle, and it's going to be a super well-timed raid. When I was watching this live, I had no idea what he was doing with this poison spell. Both skeletons popped in the core. There are no more ground skeletons. Anytime you want to deploy this poison would be ideal. But he had a lot going on with this raid, and he does drop the poison, and he does survive this raid with a lot of troops left. So even with the late poison, this was such a nice raid that honestly it didn't matter. He's got tons of hogs, he's got tons of hogs. Not too much cleanup, but hogs are my favorite cleanup troop. They can jump over walls, they can go inside, and they do a really good amount of damage. So you finish a raid with this many hogs, you really don't need the cleanup because the hogs will be your cleanup. Now that's a little risky. I wouldn't do that on every single raid, but yeah. Alright, so this raid, why am I showing this raid? I don't know. When I watched it, it was kind of funny. He wastes so many loons on this pole because he hits a Tesla farm. He's going into a sweeper. It's just, oh my goodness. But he finally ends up getting the pole. I think oh gosh, how many did he use? I think he used about 7 loons to get, 2 defenses? So we got to see what he's going to do to come back from this. But really nice. Sui Hero gets the Sweet Heroes get the CC. A couple Archer Towers, really, again, not too much value, but he's being smart with the minions. He's letting them work. Oh, wait, I don't even know if the Queen gets an air defense. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, an Archer Tower. Gosh, she doesn't even get an Archer Tower, so, he has got to be a wizard with these loon deployments, and does not disappoint. Comes in heavy early. Some supporting loons in the back. Really nice rage in this sweeper. And then he's going to bring in the rest of the pack at 6. So the inside, those loons are going to take out the core. And these loons with tanking are going to take out the Tesla Farm Expo. Nice heel in the middle. Everything's back up. Again, he hasn't... Besides the initial loons, he really hasn't lost too many. He's got, looks like 6 on the bottom and about, maybe, I think he's left with about 13 loons, and he dropped 20. So the hounds were really well deployed, tanking everything, avoided much of the bombs, and really after a kind of hectic start there, he adjusted really, really well. So these raids, and this was fresh, obviously, with the surprise Tesla farm, but at Town Hall 9, you have the ability to adjust. The Town Hall 10 raids we watched pretty much needed to be perfect, but these Town Hall 9s you can adjust really well. So now we got Zoabi coming in on a base. I thought it was really good for a TDH. I missed a wall break, and then healers died, and I came close. I got like an 80%, but just didn't execute as well. So she comes in, kind of changes up the kill squad, uses that max golem, which I really like at Town Hall 9. You guys gotta try that. Really solid break here into a double cannon. Again, since golem has so much health, he's not going down. Really nice hero funnel. They're going into the base, and she's going for the CC Queen and air defense. I don't think she gets the second air defense. I'm not exactly sure. I did forget. Yeah, doesn't matter. She just needed that one air defense. She's pathing behind the sweeper here. Really nice. And then she starts this big Laloon into this kind of 4 wizard tower side. Pretty sure it's all trapped up too. So yeah, I liked this. I think it gets the heal. So she heal rages the core, which is really cool. A lot of Teslas there, and yeah, it's smooth. It's nice. Like, hasted rage loons. And oh my gosh, the queen clutches up. Yeah, so boy, loon parade here to finish off. Queen getting 2 air defenses on there. Really nice kill squad. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't see that on my own raid. But yeah, I came in with a TDH and fell short a little bit, but really cool cleanup hit on a really interesting base. So yeah, really nice. We do a lot of Laloons, but and then Deist featuring twice. I didn't realize this when I recorded these videos, but I guess I can explain why I really like this raid. Do you see this 12 up there at 12 and again up there at 9? There's no defenses targeting these wizards, so he's not wasting a golem out there. If he drops a golem out there, it might easily reroute, go to the mortar, it might easily reroute, go to that Tesla that just popped. But because he's really patient with the wizards, and he's got 3 golems going in, and of course bowlers have nowhere else to go but in, so all 5 bowlers go in. That's really nice. Hits a perfect jump. Really nice rage into all this craziness, and a heal. And again, I'll certainly explain why I picked this raid. Hogs are being deployed with the tanking. I think it's just really good. He's not allowing any defenses to be skipped, and the raid progresses from 12 to 9 down to 6 to 3. It's like a methodical taking down of the space. As they move through a compartment, he's cleaning up, dropping hogs, dropping wizards to just kind of slowly move through the space, and ultimately getting a 3-star. So yeah, really cool raid. So he's only got 2 jumps. This is not a Town Hall 11 hit, so he does have to beat through this wall, but again, everything is clear. There's like 1 wizard tower, and he's got like 2 full golems. So pretty cool raid. Really well executed. Yeah, I really liked it. It was cool. This is actually one I didn't see live. I did spend a lot of time on Discord planning and stuff and just kind of hanging out. But yeah, when I was checking, the hits and stuff, this one came up and I was like, yeah, gotta show it. Gots to show it. So that's gonna conclude it. Great Wars Xenobiotics. I'm glad we got the revenge. I'm glad we were able to cover up our first performance. Shout out to our 10v10 hitters. Shout out to our 11s. Shout out to our 9s. They hit a super high percentage, except for one base. wasted a lot of hits on one base, but that's how it goes sometimes. So thanks for checking the video. Thanks for stopping by. Give me tips how I can improve, how I can get better. But I hope you guys have a nice day.